Thank you, Babaji. If you have a question for Baba or would like to make a comment, you can chat me. You can also just let me know I'd like to speak with Baba, and we can get that going for you. Baba, there is a question. In the moment when you feel resentful while doing something for someone else, what's a good practice?
Stop. Stop. Take a step back. Take a deep breath. And then do it. Because doing something from resentment, whatever you are doing, is not going to bring about happiness to the other or to yourself. Those actions are like the plastic flower that have no fragrance. They look good, they look perfect, but they have no fragrance, they have no life. So our attitude is very important when we are trying to do something for somebody else. And it won't happen right away, but you have to remember that you are thankful, you are grateful that you are able to do something for that person. You are grateful, that's why they have asked you, or you have been put in that position. So connect with that blessing that you already have, that you are able to do something for that person. You are honoring the Guru in that moment. You are honoring your own higher self. You are honoring the divine in you. If you think you are doing it, then you get into trouble. You are the instrument for that energy to flow. Just that I am an instrument which this energy can flow and bring some respite in somebody else's heart. You are not the doer. You are just the instrument. When you start thinking about me, then you are thinking about your carrot. I know it's not that easy, but practice it. Whenever you are in the resentment, stop. Just calm your eyes, soften your belly, just pull back your energy of resentment that's flowing out, pull it back, breathe it into your heart, let your heart expand, connect, do it. Connecting with yourself, coming back to your fullness is the answer to that question. Once you're connected with your fullness, it overflows.
Thank you, Baba. There's several questions in the chat. The next one is, how do I apply an open heart and fullness in a business conflict?
In this, there is always some give and take. And look at your own expectation and look at the other's expectation and see if there is somewhere in the middle. And if you want to avoid the conflict, maybe just go a little bit more, a little 5-10% more than what you think you deserve. That way you avoid lots of conflict. I'm not saying that you just chuck it all out and walk away because you don't want to get in the conflict. There is always a way to resolve things and come in the middle or a little bit this way or that way. Because fighting is not going to help anybody. Fighting just makes somebody else rich. Your lawyers get it. So what you were going to, maybe you could have given a little earlier, you won't end up spending all that unnecessarily. What happens in business transactions that we are always focused on our thing, what I think. And the more sometimes we put ourselves in the shoes of our opponent and see how they are thinking, what they are thinking, why do they think they deserve it? And putting ourselves in the other shoes sometimes helps too.
Next question, Babaji. At what point does helping someone become interfering with their path?
It's just like a child, you are trying to make him walk and they hang on to your finger and let him take away your hand, let him fall, let him get up by themselves. Some parents are like the helicopter parents, they never let him go anywhere. So the child never grows. So you help and then let him stand and let him fall. And that's okay. Don't just totally make it like you have to be there all the time. You have to let them develop their own muscles. So in each situation, it's different. And you see, you give them a little idea, a little help. Now let them walk. And don't feel guilty when you are pulling back. Give them a chance, give them an opportunity to do that. And when you're helping people that much, they cry, they want it all the time. And I don't think that helps. Everybody has their journey. You can just help a little bit. You cannot walk for them. Guru says, I have shown you the path. You have to walk on it. Guru cannot walk for you. So don't try to walk for somebody. Let him walk.
Baba, there's more questions. How can we tell the difference between pleasing someone and being blessed by someone?
As long as you are coming out from the fullness of your heart and trying to do something to make someone's life a little easier, you're receiving the blessing. Don't even think about receiving the blessing. I just put it in, you know something is coming your way. You don't have to sit there like this, oh, I'm receiving the blessing now, I have done a good deed. Don't go there. It will come and find you.
Richard Sklove has a comment, Baba.
Yes, Richard.
You're
Yourself, Richard.
I was unmuted and it muted itself. Hi. I always appreciate the Seva Sadhana Dharma talk. And it inspired me to have some thinking about the fullness overflowing, that there's a way that there's more, I think something more than fullness overflowing might be in play, which is that the fullness overflowing idea is that we do our sadhana and that brings fullness and that overflows in seva. But I think there's a way that fullness isn't only the expression of sadhana, but that seva also completes it, the sadhana, and helps bring the fullness. Because especially in our society, there's a lot of social reinforcement for narcissism. And there's a way in which doing sadhana can become a very narcissistic, self-involved activity. And it seems to me that being of service or being helpful in a selfless way helps get us out of that narcissistic track. And so it can help not merely express fullness, but help complement the sadhana and bring the fullness. So that was just a thought I had.
That's a beautiful thought. Yes, it's like sadhana does bring us the fullness too. Hold on a second, I want to look at the gallery. Okay. Yes, Richard, that was a very good observation. Thank you for that.
Baba, the next question is, when one suffers from low self-esteem, what can be done to overcome the need for praise from others?
9 points of daily routine. Low self-esteem, the best medicine for that is look at your daily routine. Once you begin to do something that is good for your body and good for your mind, your energy begins to rise. And this is why I put so much emphasis on your daily routine. What do you do? What is the first thing when you wake up in the morning? How do you get out of the bed? What is the first thing you do? Eat, drink after that. Take care of yourself. Take care of your body. And once your body feels tended and taken care of, the energy automatically begins to rise. Do a little meditation. So for self-esteem, you have to put some effort into taking care of yourself, your body, and your mind. Little daily routine that has a little meditation, a little yoga is really, I have seen it work, and that's why I emphasize it so much. I know there could be lots of psychological words, but that's not my department. My department is your body, your mind. First you do some concrete actions. In that direction, everything takes care of itself. Devote your life to something higher purpose. We have low self-esteem because we are only thinking about ourselves. Start thinking about something bigger. You'll be out of that. I see Sonoma Ashram temple there. Who is in the temple right now? Frank and Nava. Good, good, good. That's fine.
Baba, there's a question about the carrot. Why did she let go of the carrot on the way to heaven? Could you please elaborate on her decision to let go of the carrot?
Because she didn't want others to go to heaven because of her giving. She gave the carrot. You know, there are some people have that attitude that I have it, I know you want it, but I'm not going to give it to you. Why should I do this for you, for your happiness? So there are instances like that. Neighbors, here you have neighbors always fight with each other. I have 4 inches, you have encroached upon me. Well, if that 4 inches, their tree is coming, just let it have it. So this mindset that because of I have it, because of mine, if somebody's getting a little happiness, then I feel bad. And there are many instances like that. I have seen it. Some people create a little nuisance for the others just because they can and they are right. Instead of creating nuisance for others, if we can create a little something that they can appreciate. So she didn't want others to go to heaven because of her carrot. I know none of you are like that, but I just brought that story.
We definitely are not like that, Bob. One question, what if someone wants you to sacrifice something that you don't feel it works for you? Are you not of service?
Can you ask that question again?
Yes. What if someone wants you to sacrifice something, but you don't want to?
Then don't. The whole idea is that you want to sacrifice for the other before somebody wants you to. If somebody wants you to and then you are doing it, then there is already a little resentment. There is a saying in Hindi, bin mange mile so doodh sam, mange mile so pani, wako samjho rakt sam, jisme khicha tani. Means, whatever you receive without asking, and it comes to your way, consider it as nurturing and pure as milk. Whatever you receive by asking, consider that as water. It's still good, but it's not as nurturing as milk. And that which you receive after lots of pulling and pushing and cajoling and positioning, and consider that to be like blood. So there is milk, there is water, there is blood. So whatever you receive without even asking for is like milk. Whatever you receive after asking is like water. But whatever you get by pushing and pulling, that has already lost its purpose, its meaning, its joy. So may I give before it's even being asked? That's the best giving. If it's asked and I can give, I can still do that. But this pulling and pushing creates a whole different kind of charge. And even after you get whatever you struggle so hard for, doesn't have the same joy. Or you gave something, doesn't bring the same result.
That's all the questions, Babaji.
Beautiful. We have a long day ahead. We just finished Triratri here. And now it's time to go gather all the flowers and go to the ocean and come back and do the closing. It's a beautiful day here. So I'm just going to look at everybody, and please know I see your name and I see who you are. My love and blessings to you. And thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful week ahead. May you receive everyone's blessing. Thank you all.